Hello there. Yesterday I saw this video from Jordan Owen 42 and felt I really did need to respond.
So, an upcoming conference for feminist university students in the United Kingdom has asked that the attendees use jazz hands out of a concern that traditional clapping and cheering might be triggering for certain people in the audience.
For those of you who don't know, he's referring to the National Union of Students Women's Conference held recently in Solihull in the West Midlands, which is actually just down the road from me, and also where I went to high school. After a request by the Oxford University Students' Union, a tweet was sent out by the organisers of this women's conference that delegates attending the conference use the jazz hands rather than clapping and cheering, as this might trigger people with post-traumatic stress disorder or general anxiety disorder, social anxiety disorder, and so on.
You know, there's this, offhanded comment that goes around telling people to get help and that kind of thing, which is really just an insult. It's really just meant to shame people. And it's especially derogatory and degrading when you're saying it to people who actually do suffer from various issues.
But I get the feeling you're in the mood to insult some people, aren't you?
But, after a certain point, it becomes exceptionally true, and it certainly did when I read about this case, because, see, the thing is, I actually have dealt with
Pussycats! Pussycats!
Anyway, I actually have dealt with chronic anxiety issues. And the thing is, there was a time when I would be completely able to relate to this. Using jazz hands would have seemed like a wonderful idea, because there was a time when it was very difficult for me to go to, concerts, go to sporting events, go to anything that involved a lot of loud cheering and applause and, loud sudden noises and everything like that. And it used to be very panic-inducing. It's just something I had to deal with for a very long time.
So presumably you can understand the reasons why they've done this then, yeah? Right?
What I realized, however, was after a while I developed a certain attraction to loud, sudden noises. And I realized that if I wanted to be able to go to concerts and enjoy myself, I was going to have to be able to deal with the loud noise, the cheering and everything and all of that. And, for a while, I just kind of put on my big boy pants.
You hear that, anxiety sufferers? You just need to man up. A thing you seem to be forgetting though, Jordan, is that there will be people out there in a vastly worse situation than you fucking were when you were suffering. It might not be quite so fucking easy for those people to deal with that situation.
When I was in college, I decided to get treatment for anxiety, and I went into therapy, and I got on the right medication, which is 200 milligrams of Zoloft, I don't mind telling you, and therapy and all that. And now I don't, that was just one of many anxiety-related issues I needed to deal with. And now, hey sweetie, now I don't have to worry about that. I can go to a concert and scream my lungs out, applaud as loud as I want to, and enjoy the euphoria and the happiness and the just wonderful cheer that is that audience response to a good show.
And good for you. I'm glad you got over your problem. But thanks in part to libertarian cunts like you, there are people who are poor in America who can't afford to get that fucking help.
What's interesting to me is it comes down to what we're dealing with here with this absurdity of feminist jazz hands. We're looking at an issue of personal character. It's not that you have problems with anxiety. I can be sympathetic to that.
Really? Because you seem like a fucking heartless piece of shit to me.
It's what you do about that that I take issue with. We now live in a world where instead of saying, here is what you need to do for yourself to be able to deal with this, we instead try to put up safety nets and padding everywhere for everybody. And the problem with that is that you are asking other people to give up what they want to do, what they enjoy, give up their self-expression, in this case the applause and the cheering and all of that. You're asking them to give that up in observance of your anxiety problems.
No, you stupid cunt. Nobody is asking for that at all, okay? You already admitted there are sports events and concerts that people can go to if they want to clap and cheer as loudly as they fucking well like. This was an education conference. The anxiety sufferers themselves didn't ask for shit. The organisers of the conference asked that people do this.
As other people have pointed out, jazz hands have a long-standing history with the minstrel shows that just makes the whole thing ironically hilarious. But
no, it doesn't make it funny in the slightest, you stupid fucking prick. The minstrels do not own the fucking concept of jazz hands, okay? The Volkswagen car company was set up by Adolf Hitler. Does that mean people who drive VW cars are fucking Nazis?
I don't feel that I'm being callous or heartless when I say things like this, because this is a problem, literally an exact problem that I have dealt with directly. And this is why I say it comes down to a matter of personal character, a matter of morality.
And now you're shitting on people from a great height now that you're okay. It's a typical fucking libertarian reaction, isn't it? It's got nothing to do with someone's character or their morals or their ethics or anything like that, okay? It was the organisers of the fucking conference who asked people to do this.
You know, there's this straw man among libertarians that are towards libertarians, that we are people who are completely selfish, completely self-centered, don't give a fuck about anybody else but ourselves, are completely focused on our own good and our own well-being.
And this video is your attempt to try and refute that claim? If so, you have managed counterproductivity on a truly fucking epic scale, you douchebag.